Yo. Right, where does it say? So I can get the live going. Yeah, there's no way that was that long ago I took that photo. Yo, what's everyone saying? Let me see. UFC. Get a TikTok live loaded up. And then we're ready to rock and roll. Oh, fuck, my ear's so itchy. Yo, what the fuck is this, dude? Right, let me go live on TikTok. Yes. UFC 320 this weekend. Bumbaglad. Yo, do I do some gaming? Some live streaming gaming or what? All right, let's see what we're in for tonight, folks. Let's have a look. Yes. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. That's never a good start when you see shit like that. That's never a good start. I've got Yuri Prohaska, late second, early third KO. That's my prediction for that fight. I think Khalil Rountree is overrated as hell. Yo, the Matrix is after Luke Duffy. Yeah, I don't understand. Aren't you fighting? Yeah, yo, well, we're not going to do that tonight, yeah? We're not going to start naming me after every UFC fighter. We're not doing that. That'll actually be a tough test for Tapuria, in my opinion. Who have I got? I've got Armin Sarukian and Ian Gowrie. Thoughts on Armin versus Dan? I like the matchup. I mean, Dan Hooker does have pretty decent takedown defense, so that could be something, but I think Armin's just too good. I'm going to UFC 320 as my first ever event. I'm so hyped, mate. That'll be class. Enjoy it. Khalil's going to get smoked. Wait, Khalil is going to get smoked versus Yuri. Yeah, that's true. Why are you top right? Shut up! Yeah, the lightweight division was pretty ass. Stolen out. Although the fact that they're just keeping Ilya Taporia locked up, crazy. Get the guy active. What are we waiting on? You know what I mean? Looking as rough as ever, lad. Thank you. Yeah. It's kind of been talked about for a while. The Dan Hooker Armin Sarukian fight. I've got Ankalaev, Decision, I think. If anyone's going to get KO'd, it is Pereira. Ankalaev just outstruck him last time. It's not as if Pereira got taken down. If he works on his takedown defense, he'll win. He got outstruck. So, what other fights do you want to see on the Qatar card? I'm pretty sure the whole card's been announced now anyway. It's got Shamil Gaziev, Sergey Spivak. It's got Oralby, Jack Hermanson, Taporia, and fuck, I can't remember the guys fighting. I've got Gamrot beating Oliveira. Where did you meet your boyfriend? Yo, let's start with the gay stuff. 5 minutes in, please. Yeah. If Ian Gary beats Bilal Muhammad, he's fighting for the belt next. Yair also ended up being on the Qatar card. I wonder who he would be matched up against. I think they should do Diego Lopez, Movsar Evloev 2, Lerone versus Volkanovski for the title, and Aljo versus Yair. No, I don't think Ian will KO him. If JDM didn't KO him, Ian Gary's not going to. If Charles wins, should he fight Max? Yeah. For the BMF title. Voice reveal when? Yo, what part did I laugh at that, Ethan? Huh? Who's Charles fighting? Gamrot. Yeah, Armin probably could win by ground and point. I just don't see it. Dan's tough. I think he gets a decision win over him. Armin and Gary winning. Yeah, I agree. Face reveal when? Yo, Alex, open these things here. You'll be able to see me, mate. Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, it is a good fight night. Yo, that oil money's crazy. I've got Ankalaev winning. Boyfriend reveal when? Yo, that was funny like last week. We need to we need to upgrade the shit we're saying. We can't just rehash the same stuff. It loses appeal. Yeah? Are you Brandon Moreno? Shut the fuck up. What do you think about Dan's fight? I think he's going to lose to Arman Surkian. Favorite trans TikToker? Who's your favorite trans one? Huh? It could be Taporia. Pimlet. Nah, Shavkat won't be on this. Shavkat will probably fight like a Sean Brady December pay-per-view or something. Paul Hughes. Thank you for the follow, mate. Yeah, O'Malley versus Song Yudong. That is probably going to end up on that card. Unless that's maybe like a fight night in December, but they'll probably put O'Malley on the pay-per-view. Are you Paul Hughes? Nope. Brady versus Morales. Yeah, that's a pretty good fight. But why would Shavkat fight the winner of that fight? It doesn't make sense. The guy's been inactive he's been out of the cage for nearly a year now. So what would be the point in bringing him back? For me, is better fight Pimlet versus Serkian. Yeah, it is a better fight. I don't know. Maybe they're doing Paddy Pimlet versus Max Holloway or Paddy Pimlet Taporia for the belt. Yeah, I wouldn't have minded if they like. I don't think Gaethje deserves a fight for the belt, but I wouldn't have minded if they done Taporia Gaethje in December for Taporia to get out there and keep active and get another knockout win. Yo, why is it when like everyone says the UFC has a star problem, but when they get a star, they don't keep them active? It's fucking stupid. Ilya versus Prime Connor. Ilya wins. Arman Shurikian and Ian Gary are my predictions for the fights. Dan should have fought Gaethje, yeah, but I think Gaethje said if he doesn't fight for the belt, he's retiring. What are you drinking? Are we asking stupid questions tonight again, or what are we doing? Nah, I don't think Dan's sleeping. Orman. When are these fights? November 22nd. What's next for Orman if he gets beat? Oliveira rematch, maybe. If Orman loses this, he's fucked, in my opinion. I'm in school right now and still watching you. Yo, it's fucking 7:45 at night. Why the hell are you still in school, my boy? People saying Ankalaev's going to sleep. Yo, Ankalaev's got underrated striking defense and he's got a good chin on him. Like, the guy's never been stopped before, so I've got Prohaska beating Roundtree. Yeah, I don't think Emmett's winning, and I don't think Pereira's winning, mate, but um it's 2:44. Yo, where the fuck are you from? David Grant. David Grant. Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm in America. Oh, well, that explains it then. Yo, look, I fucking just replied to the guy. You don't need to. What are you, a genius? Repeating what the guy's just said? I don't know if they'll do Paddy versus the. Well, they might do for the debut of the Paramount deal. Paddy and Ilya in December. Don't say I didn't tell you. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yo, Oliver, it wasn't you, man. It was Luke. It was Luke Duffy. Is that a Jordan jumper? Yo, what's with the stupid questions here, folks? Are we watching the stream with our eyes shut, or what the fuck are we doing? Thoughts on Nathaniel Wood? Yeah, I think he's good. Should have been Dan versus Justin. No. I would have liked to have seen that fight, but they wouldn't put that on in Qatar. It doesn't make any sense. Paul Hughes. Ian Gary will beat Bilal Muhammad. Yeah. Would have been a brawl. Yeah, it would have been a good fight. What's up, Derek Lewis? What's happening, man? What's going on, Sunshine? Marab versus Volk. I think Volk would beat him, like, better than Orman versus Dan. I don't mind the Orman versus Dan fight. Almeida beats Aspinall. Nope. Alex has a better chance of winning. Strickland versus Whittaker, December. Just do the Strickland Adesanya rematch. Get it out of the way. It's obviously the fight Adesanya wants. It's a big fight. Just fucking get that out of the way. Nah, I think both fights go to a decision. If anyone's gonna get finished, it's Orman finishing Dan Hooker. Ian Gary's not finishing Bilal. McGregor Whitehouse. Now that guy there knows what he's fucking talking about. Yeah. McGregor Whitehouse. Yo, Tyler, are we gonna head over to the White House for it, or what are we gonna do? Marab's last two fights haven't been born, but yeah, overall he is. Glazer. Yo, look. What is wrong with you? Marab gonna get flying, get 'd, and it's not gonna happen. And it's not gonna happen. Get flying, get flying EKO'd, and it's not gonna happen. Marab is the bantamweight goat, and water's wet. Is that the type of shit we're coming off with tonight, folks? Or what are we doing? Ian Gary wins. Yeah, I agree. You're gonna beat Bilal. I'm not Ian Gary. It seems to be a bit of a bad blood matchup though. McGregor Chandler's gonna be epic. A lot of people will shit on it, but when the fight gets announced, yeah, it will be. Cruz is better. If people say Cruz is better than Marab, I already know for a fact you don't watch fights in full and you get your information from TikTok. Yeah, it would be. I want to see O'Malley Yan too. Ian Gary will school Bilal. Yeah, I think so. Gene Silva becomes champion next year. Don't think so. I think he's got the better chance of becoming champion though. My teeth are so sensitive. What the fuck? Mario Batista isn't beaten anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, Jan did win the first time. Although it was a close enough fight, but watching it, I was like, yeah, Jan's done enough to win. Hopefully, this is the last season of UFC. Is next year done with you MMA creators? Yo, shut up. What have been the last three cards? What was last week's card? There wasn't even a card last week, was there? No, week before. What the fuck was the week before? Not yet. Goldberg versus Reyes was last. Oh, yeah, so it was. That card was shit. Some actually decent fights on it, but just face value was ass. How does Tom versus Gan go in your opinion? I think Tom Arsenal's. I think Arsenal TKOs him. It's the thing with the Marab versus Yan fight is Yan does deserve a fight for the title again, but I actually couldn't give a fuck to see him fight Marab again. There is nothing that surely everybody is in agreement. There's nothing that you look at what Jan's done since losing to Marab and think, I think in the rematch he has him. It's going to be the same fight. Yeah, I think so. Although you have to give him his title. I would rather see them give Jan the rematch with Marab first over Umar getting a rematch just out of principle. Corey's not winning. Yeah, I agree. Ian Gary beats Bilal. Yeah, that's true. Keep talking. What for, mate? Yeah, a bit early to be saying that. Bit early to be saying his future champ. Yeah, the Dagestani fan base, easily worst fan base in UFC today, in MMA as a whole, actually. It'll be interesting to see. I think Arsenal will need to use his grappling against Gan, though. Dagestani fighters are all born? I don't think so. I don't think they're all born. Are you live on TikTok? Yo, look, you're watching me on TikTok. You've just came from it. Yeah, let's start with the stupid questions, please. Yeah? Yeah, Zalal wins by decision. I agree. Yeah, the Pimla Taporia fight's obviously the biggest in the division outside of the Islam one, but Islam's not in the division anymore. But I think they need to do like I honestly would have done uh, Armin. They should have just give Armin the title fight. Um, no, because actually Oliveira ended up going with Gamrot, so that ignore me. That just fucking ruined everything. Where are you from anyway? Northern Ireland. Uh, yeah, Dana's getting smoked. Return of the Dawn. When are you going live? You're watching the live. Wednesday and Gary, same night as this one, 22nd of November. Are you Jewish? Yo, you ask me this every time I'm live. Every time I'm live, I say no. I don't know if he'll chin him in 15 seconds. Yeah, Paul Hughes fighting tomorrow. Maybe converted? No. You speak Irish though? No. Paul Hughes, the Northern Irish can. Yeah, yo, I'm not even gonna say anything about that. When you got a buzz then? Why you got a buzz then? Because I want a buzz cut. What the fuck is the problem with that? Yo, if they want to send me if they want to send, if APAC want to send me 150 million, then yeah, I am. No. Did I train with Strickland and Mitchell? No. What type of Northern Irish this important? What? What's it like being 300 kg and 5'3"? I'd have no idea, mate. I'd have no idea. We look down on Northern Ireland. Who's we? Me and Connor. You and Connor. Yo, the only thing you're looking down on is Connor when he's got that weight round his cock. Let's just leave it at that. Jan, where in Northern Ireland are you from? Just outside of Belfast. When's the BF getting on stream? Don't have a BF. Said that numerous times, yeah? Yo, I've said this. Anyone that says GSP is their favourite fighter is a liar. What's the question, Matthew? What the gain muscle or gain what? What the fuck's the other option? Yo, what the fuck? Yo, why is YOLO making out as if GSP's fucking John Cena? What the what the hell's that? Or gain what the fuck does that mean? What is that gain? Let's go for that. Don Dada versus Brock Lesnar. Wouldn't be fair on Brock Lesnar. You look like BJ Penn. Yo, BJ Penn's onto something. BJ Penn's on about or onto something, that's facts. You look like BJ Penn. Don't look like anything like BJ Penn. BJ Penn was arrested for abuse. Why, who do you abuse? No, I'm not reading the question out when I don't know what the fuck it means. JDM or Islam? Islam. Yo, I need to get a podcast going, a podcast episode. Me, Yay, Bryce Mitchell, Nick Fluentes, Jake Shields. Throw him on there as well. Keep the hat on. I'm nearly finished. Why do you just want to ruin a nice moment? You ready for your fight against Khalil? Yep. Yuri, late second round, early third. Who's the most well-known fighter? What? You look like JDM and Islam at the same time. Yo, doesn't make any sense. Nick Fluentes crazy work. Why? What's crazy about it? Live on Rumble, America first. You look like UFC 276 low key. What card was that? When you breathing? I don't. Why are you fighting Bilal and Orman? You're savage. Yo, thanks. Probably not. Are you a Luke Riley fan? Looking forward to seeing him in the UFC. Had some good fights in Cage Warriors. When are you starting a YouTube channel? You'll see the thing you're watching me live on. That's my YouTube channel, yeah. Make sure you're subscribed. Yeah, that's fight card is stacked. Yo, is P. Diddy still in jail? Yo, what's happening, Oliver? Do you know Alfredo MMA? Yes. Nah, I think Ian's got a good chance of winning. Yeah, the Diddy news did fall off badly. Yeah, Gautier's going to knock him out round one. Armin or Bilal will definitely pull out. No, I don't think so. He is Bryce Mitchell. Who, Alfredo? Callum Walsh, when's your next fight? Yo, do you just like to call me random names every time you join, or what the fuck are you doing? Islam Daladov, you eat Dr. Reese McKay. They call you anti-Semitic. Why would they do that? Evil Alfredos MMA. What the fuck? Yeah, that's hilarious, DJ. Wrestling is good. Daladov would have ragdoll. Yo, wake up. Let's start, Leo. Are we going to start being serious here? Or are we just going to start joking still? How's the game going? All right. I'm trying to get the events working. At the minute, I'm building on to the events. You, Ben, Alfredo, and a few others. Why would any of us fight each other? What do you mean event? In the game? Creating an event in the game? That's what we're just talking about. Yo, I'm not shouting that name out, my boy. Yeah. Keep going, I'm almost finished. Like, what's going on with everybody here? I don't get that. Like, he says it again. Put ones in either chat if you're agreeing with this guy when he says he's almost finished. And then we have people put ones in. I'm out of here.